All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, all praises, honor, glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostle as a great millstone. And shout, thank you for doing this thing in sincerity, truth, and with charity. All right, and I'm gonna hop right into it. It's a little clip. I'm gonna load up, and then we're gonna, like the title says, rebuke that Sodom spirit.
We get money. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So all that shit y'all niggas be talking. All right. What room number? Said 405? All right. So like I said, man, ain't nobody got time to be worrying about what you niggas talking about on here. Y'all niggas is straight hoes. Y'all niggas is clowns. Y'all niggas are being kept prisoner by your own bullshit ass beliefs. Y'all niggas can't even be free. My nigga, I'm free. Like I said, I'm free. If I want to get my dick sucked by a nigga, then he gonna suck the shit out of his dick. All I care about is getting my nut, my nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit you bitch ass niggas is talking about. If I want to fuck a nigga in the butt, then I'll fuck a nigga in the butt. That's my motherfucking business. If I want to fuck a trainee in the ass and have her eat my motherfucking dick, then the shim is gonna eat my motherfucking dick and gonna take this dick. Ain't a whole lot to that. Y'all niggas is boring. Y'all
Shit. All right, now you got Romans 1.
Sure.
This is Isaiah. That's folly, man. This is Isaiah chapter 3 and verse Salakia. Yep, I'm gonna start at verse 8, Isaiah 3 and 8. For Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, to provoke the eyes of his glory. The show of their countenance doth witness against them. If they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. So this man wants to make it seem like that we're the problem, because we have beliefs. You know, we got statutes, where statutes means limitations. Or we have boundaries, and he doesn't, man. But hey, like you just said, they were evil to themselves. The Lord is going to come and bring great destruction. And that's the reason why, man, because of great pride shall the cities be destroyed, man.
Yeah.
All right?
So moving on. Are you guys on that?
No, you got it.
There's Leviticus 20, verse 13. It says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lie with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, and they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And that's what it is, man. Hey, that sodomite spirit, man, laying with another man or getting your dick sucked, man, that shit is against the Most High, man. The Lord said you shall surely be put to death for those things, man. The same thing with a woman, man, which we're going to get in Romans 1. But, hey, man, that spirit is heavily pushed on our people, man. The scripture tell you that so the ruler, so the people. And Esau put that vile affection spirit upon our people, man, and want them to do those things.
That's right. I got a quick precept. This is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 7. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. You know, and basically, you know, this individual that the brother just played, you know, he feels like he's free when he's able to do whatever lust conceive in his spirit. Okay, but that's being wise in your own eyes, man. Okay, there, like the brother was saying, there's boundaries that we must apply to everything in the earth. We have sexual boundaries, we have dietary boundaries, we have you know, all kind of different boundaries written of in the law, so we won't exceed, you know, and go into lust. So that's why we can't be wise in our own eyes. We gotta have that standard.
He said he's free, right? This Jeremiah 34 and 15. And ye are not slacking. And ye were now turned and had done right in my sight, and proclaiming liberty every man to his neighbor. Ye have made a covenant before him in the house which is called my name. But ye turned and polluted my name, and caused every man his servant and every man his handmaid whom ye had set at liberty at their pleasure to return, and brought them into subjection to be unto you for servants and for handmaids. And like Yahweh Shai said, the Pharisees told him we're free. He said, no, you're the servant of sin. That's in Romans 6, the 6th chapter, the 16th verse as well, man. All right, whoever you yield yourself service to, whoever you yield yourself to, them who servants you are. All right, whether unto obedience and righteousness, or unto wickedness and unto death. All right, so you a servant to sin, but you're free, right? Here's the next verse. Therefore, thus saith Behold, ye have not hearkened unto me and proclaimed in liberty everyone to his brother, and every man to his neighbor. Behold, I proclaim a liberty for you, saith the Lord, to the sword, to the pestilence, and to the famine. Slacker, to the famine. I will make you to be removed into all kingdoms of the earth. That's the only liberty you got coming, man. And like the Lord said, you free. You're gonna be freely given to the sword, all right, to pestilence and to the famine, man. That's the freedom you get for action like that, man. All right, death and destruction. That's all that's coming to a person with a mindset like that, man.
Why, you want me to grab some, bro?
That Romans 1. You can get that that First Peter.
Okay.
I believe it's First Peter.
It's Romans 1, verse 20. One verse, let's start at 19. All right.
The second Peter too. So,
Hey, this Romans 1 and 19, because they have will be known again how it was made into them, for God has showed it into them. For the invisible thing of him from the creator of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse.
right. And you can clearly look around in the earth and look in the heavens, and you can see that there's a creator. All right, this perfect balance that you see in nature, that didn't just randomly happen, man. All right, so you don't have an excuse. All right, you have your own beliefs, claiming atheism into this and to that, and you don't have an excuse, man.
That's right. They say because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God. Neither were thankful, because when vain in their became vain in their imagination.
God, hey, it's in all our spirits, man. As far as the Israelites go, so-called Negroes, Black Native Americans, we got a certain unction, like you said, they have a zeal of God, right, according to knowledge. But in the ancient world, hey, as Israelites, what happened? Y'all turned against the Lord. So now this is the living out punishments, man.
That's right.
All right. Now this is what this is the stage where everything is playing out at, especially considering this is the end. This is what judgment is coming at. You know.
That's right. Back in this Romans 1. So like it.
Very good.
And 21 again, they say because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened.
All right, even fresh out of Egypt, what they did is going to kill Aaron if he didn't make them a god, an idol, man. That's what people want. They want to serve everything but the Most High. So now what? You serving the ultimate thing, man. The ultimate demonic presence, man. That's your flesh.
That's
All
right.
right, there's nothing more wicked than the flesh.
I had a pre-show real quick. This Jeremiah 4 and 22. It say, for my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge, man. And that's our people from the T. These people are stupid, because that's what the word sottish go back to, man. And these people is wise to do evil, man. I tell you in Proverbs, they look at it as a sport. They can't wait to do these things, man.
And he professed it. He basically called everybody else lames for not getting down with the homosexual activities.
Fuck that.
Like what?
That's some silly, that's some stupid ass shit. You know, that's some sottish stuff right there, man.
That's right. They say back in this Romans 1 and 22, professing themselves to be wise, they become fools.
And he tried to sound deep too.
Yeah.
He say, see, y'all, I'm free. Y'all ain't free. Y'all religious holding y'all back. You're not deep, man. You're just making excuses to why you're doing that wickedness, man. You're trying to convince others to follow your manners, knowing that you're going to be destroyed.
That's right.
Hey, misery loves company. You know, hey, you don't want to be destroyed alone.
That's right. Verse 23. And change the glory of the incorruptible God into imagined image made like into incorruptible man, into birds and 4-foot beasts and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies because of themselves.
If I may add, the Lord basically gave them those strong delusions because they let their lust conceive in their spirit. That's why the scripture say we're supposed to let not the root of bitterness spring up within thee. You know, so what happens is Jake had these wayward lusts, these different fantasies and all this stuff, and then they let their mind act on it, man. That's why we rebuke the thoughts that's not of the spirit. So these things won't manifest into our walk. we pluck up them roots. But the Lord said He gonna let these things happen because you was an untoward generation. We about forward progression, man. A lot of you other Jakes out here, man. You about going back, man.
I have a precept for you. This James 1 and 14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away from his own lust and is enticed. Then when lust has conceived, it brings forth sin.
Yep. And
sin is when it is finished, bring forth death.
Yep, that's what it does. When lust conceives, it's like a seed. First it get planted. Then if you don't act upon it, it conceives, and then it brings forth you to do something that's off. And this guy, you could tell this guy, he probably was some type of street cat, or whatever. Probably went to prison or something. Now all of a sudden he promoting, getting your ride dealt with by another man, and saying that if you don't do that, then you're not free.
Right?
Shit, you weird. You're lame,
bro.
Like what? This back in this Romans 1 and 25. It say, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie and worship and serve the Creator more than the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause Yahweh gave them up into vile affections, for even their woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And also, and likewise, also the man leaving the natural use of a woman, burying their lust one toward another, man with man working that which is unseemly.
Right. And y'all praise this homosexual stuff. Everywhere you look, you see what? You see bull daggers, all right, and butt pirates, man.
Yeah.
All right, and that's a judgment from the Lord because you were wicked. That's not something to be promoted. That's not something to be happy about. Like it said in Isaiah, they declare their sin as Sodom.
Yep.
But you reward evil unto yourself. All right, you going further down the damn rabbit hole, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You already been an idolater, all right? So then what? That spirit of sodomy is pushed. And now you're going right into that, man. Just all after your lust. And that's not how it should be. And that's going to be a great judgment for that, man. Fire and brimstone will rain upon this earth for those acts, man.
That's right. They say, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat.
Right. Hey, the Lord figured that you being a homosexual was a just judgment for you, man. All right? You are a spirit of error. You serving idols, not giving thanks to Yahweh Shai. You have no purpose. You don't even need to procreate. Now you just get into more wickedness.
Yep. That's right. It say, and even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient.
Yeah, they said they don't retain the knowledge of the Most High in their mind, so He gave them over to the lust, man. Because you're supposed to keep the scriptures in the forefront of your spirit, man. That's why the Levitical priests, they would wear the frontlets with the I think it was the commandments inside.
Torah. They had it on the frontlets and they had it on their wrist.
Yep. Because that signified having the law and in the front of your mind. Read that part again, Baba Kushan.
Verse 28. It's saying, even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind.
See, because they didn't have the knowledge of and wisdom of Yahweh Shai in the forefront.
That's right.
So the Lord said He gave them over to a reprobate mind, meaning what? Void of judgment. And the only way you understand judgment, you got to understand the law. You got to understand how the law works in order for you to understand judgment. But because these people don't retain the knowledge of the Most High in their spirit, hey, the Lord just give them over to a reprobate mind. This guy don't even know what he's doing is wrong, man. He thinks that that's the right way, that that's the truth of life, being free in your own mind, man. That's confusion, man. Because everybody don't have the same lust. So if that's the case, if everybody had that freedom to do whatever they lust, it'd be just total confusion out here, man. And that's why America's in the state that it's in, man, because you allow, the rulers that be allow these things to be performed in their society, man. Hey, bro, it's not gonna happen in the kingdom of heaven, man.
Hey, not only do they allow it, they promote it.
Yeah.
They promote it. What is it? Folly, setting great dignity.
That's right. I have a precept for you. Before I go back to that Romans, this is Isaiah 66, verse 4. It say, I also would choose their delusion and would bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spared, they did not hear. But they did evil before my eyes and chose that in which I delighted not. And that's what they have done. Choosing to do those abominable acts, man. is not of Yahweh Hashem Abishai. And it's all just going to get you destroyed, man. The Lord is going to bring great, swift destruction upon you people, man. And we can't wait till these things come upon you. Because all the wickedness is going to go off. It say judgment have been flat upon the earth, man.
Yep.
These the things, this is the reason why the Lord's going to bring this judgment on upon you people, man. Because you don't want to get right. Because they say what? Because senses against the evils.
Evil work is not executed speedily. The hearts of the Son of Man set them to do wicked.
That's right. So back in this Romans 1, I'll read 28 again. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do these things which are not convenient, being filled with unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, incompetentness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whispers, backbiters, haters of God.
Right. So basically, you know how in the TV shows and movies, when a child get caught smoking a cigarette, the parent make them smoke the whole pack. The Lord make you smoke the whole box. You want to get into wickedness and turn from the Lord gave you all the way over into it, man. All right, just like I said, all that stuff, debate, malignity, they just can't get right, man. Just fucking wild. And that's why these homos that are running rampant, man, they the wildest motherfuckers out here, man.
Yeah.
They the gangbangers. Dude, that little shit how rough he look. You know, they the ones that's doing this wild shit. And that's in Wisdom of Solomon, the 14th chapter. All right, it says idolatry is the beginning, the cause and end of all evil. And it gives a list of the spirit that come with idolatry, from adultery to transsexualism, man. All that is the spirit of idolatry, man. And the Lord is going to take that spirit out the earth, man. That's why it's the end of all these things as well, man.
That's right.
So y'all get into more wickedness, the Lord is going to come burn this place up, man.
That's right.
That's right. It said haters of God, deceitful, proud, boasters, and inventors of evil things.
Right. And they just come up with new ways to go off, man. There's weird shit. They found a way to get people into bestiality.
Yeah.
Esau got a whole website. I remember the website. They sell animal dildos, man.
Oh wow.
They sell animal shaped dildos. Drag, like, this shit is weird, man.
Bro, even just the simple fact that they figured out, doctors figured out a way to take a man's penis and turn it into a vagina.
Yeah.
So another man can go lay with him and have that feeling that if he's laying with a real woman, man. That joint bugged all the way out.
That's
man.
Confusion. You would think you were a woman, then that's crazy, man.
Yep. And they, like they online they show you a simulation on how they do it, how they split the actual split it, and then they
invert.
They invert it. You know what I'm saying?
They reverse busted open hot dog.
Basically. Hey, and it's bugged out.
Yeah.
And people think that that's natural. That's God intended for us to be like that with each other, man.
That shit's sick.
That shit is sick, man. And a lot of you guys sitting out here unbothered. You know, that's the speak about how Lot was vexed day to day with the filthy conversation.
Second Peter.
Yep, that's the Second Peter.
Hey, that shit, wow. They got dog dick simulation dildos. Yeah. Like when it's inside the woman, Edomite bitch was talking about it. She did a video on it. And she was talking about how when it gets in there, why dogs get stuck, because it expands when it nuts. So they use this dildo, been expanding, get stuck. The shit is weird, man.
Goodness, bro.
And they invented this shit.
Yeah.
Why do you need that?
That's crazy.
Why do you even get so much into that science to even know that about the dog, then they want to use it in human form? That's some weird shit.
They say disobedience to parents without understanding, covenant breakers without natural affection. And
right. They ain't got no love, man.
Yeah.
They don't have no love. Just regular, normal, just love. That's lacking in this place, all right? Yep. It says what? Because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. They too dark.
Yep.
And you can't even be nice to these motherfuckers out here, even on our side. We can't even be nice to them. And Sirach tells you that, man. You will get sevenfold the evil, but the good you're going to give them. Yeah, man. They'll rend you, man.
That's right. They say, implacable, unmerciful, who knows the judgment of Yahweh, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them to do them.
And that was the purpose of that video he made. Not only is he going to be destroyed, he know he's going off. He want other motherfuckers to get in on it. Make him feel better about himself.
Yep.
But you do this wickedness too.
Yep.
You know, that's why I say we're not with a multitude to do evil.
Yep. That's right, man. And like the brothers are saying, man, the Lord is getting ready to bring all this judgment full circle, man. You know, everybody is getting ready to have to pay for the things that they've done on the planet Earth, whether good or bad, man. You know, all this little freedom to be able to do all these little lusts of the flesh, man. The Lord is going to cut off your lust, man. He's going to cut off everybody's lust. And the only thing that's going to prosper in these times is going to be righteousness, man. You know, and I got a quick precept for you, too. This is Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 23. It says, but this people have the revolting and Salaki. But this people have the revolting and a rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. You see that? A mind like that is gone.
That's right.
A mindset that's like that is gone. You can't talk to a guy like that, man. You can't reason with a guy like that, man. You can't use logic and common sense with a guy like that because his mind is gone, man.
Right.
The Lord gave him up to that reprobate mind. You know, that's why brother been quoting that scripture in Revelation 22. Let the filthy let the filthy be filthy still, and let the just be just, man. Certain individuals like that, they just gonna be preserved for nuclear missiles, man.
Right.
You know, such as for the sword is for the sword, and such as for the famine is to the famine. Whatever, you know, disease or anything that come their way is gonna be set up in the spirit.
Yeah, he said he wanted freedom, so he gonna freely get them judgment.
Yeah, damn right. I got one more verse. Verse 24. It says, neither say they in their heart, let us now fear the Lord our power, that giveth rain both the former and the latter in his season. He reserveth unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest. So, you know, people in their mind, they don't have the mental acumen to, you know, see who to really serve in the spirit. They don't search out the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shah. They don't seek after righteousness. They don't seek after a better lifestyle, man. They want to be as degenerate and low vibration as possible, man. And they want to see how lower they can get their vibration, because if your vibration ain't low enough, they feel like you need to go lower.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Jake is in the spirit of decreasing while we in the spirit of growing. You know? So it's that's why the scripture say, free yourselves from this untoward generation. Niggas is backwards, bro. You're backwards. The sodomite mindset is a backwards mindset, man. It's not natural. It's of the flesh, you know.
And this is Ecclesiastes 11 and 9. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth. Now walk in the ways of thy heart, and in the sight of thine eyes. So know thou that for all these things the Most High will bring thee into judgment. So look, hey, just because you ain't got judged yet, know the Lord will bring this judgment, and we in that time, man. That's why you got the world, the whole world is shut down. How you just shut outside down, man? All right, that's because the Lord is about to bring these judgments, man. And like the brother said, something heavy in the spirit. He said the Lord is going to take away your pleasures, man. And it's starting, and that's where they increase, man. And it's going to end with thermonuclear destruction. You know.
All right. I appreciate this. Isaiah 1 and 3. It say the ox know his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel do not know, my people do not consider. And like, these people don't know that they are the children of the Lord, man. For them to do these things, man, hey, they don't have the spirit of the Lord on them, man. They want to be wicked, man. They say, verse 4, a sinful nation, a people led away iniquity, a seed of evildoers, man. And that's what they are. They evil motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to call you just like what you is, man. And these people don't want to know righteousness, man. They just want to know wickedness. They say children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord. They provoke the Holy One of Israel into anger. They are gone away backwards, like the elder put brung in Jeremiah, man. And these people is gone, man. And you tell them to do right, they don't want right. They just want wrong. They want to be wicked. And they say, oh, you tell them that, you read the scriptures and this and that. They look at you like, no. Why do you do that? Why you ain't popping this lean? Why you ain't popping this molly? Why you ain't indulging in the things I like? No, we want to be righteous, man. Verse 5. Why shall you be stricken any more? You revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is fainted, man. And that's what these people is. The more and more you try to tell them to get right, the more and more they indulge in what they want to do, man.
Yeah, that wickedness increased. That's crazy. Now, what the nigga made that song, he said he put the bean in the lean.
Yeah.
Just the lean ain't good enough. Yeah, that's fucked up itself. The bean ain't good enough. That's fucked up itself. They put the peel with the lean.
Combine it.
That shit wild.
That shit bugged out.
Put the bean with the lean.
Damn, bro.
These niggas degenerate, man.
Yeah, man. And that's that Epicurean mindset, man. You know, when you go into the you had the Stoics and you had the Epicureans back in Greece. The Epicurean mind state is more of that Aleister Crowley, do as thou wilt, free, you are your own truth and your own reality and do what makes you feel good and selfism. That's the Epicurean spirit, man. Yeah. That's not of the spirit of the Lord, man. The Lord put man on earth and he gave us rules and regulations on how to live in the planet Earth. Just as if you go into any other facility, if you walk into a doctor's office, bro, there's going to be rules and regulations on how you got to act within that particular building. They, take, do this, do that. And here, this is our policy. They have policy. Well, there's policy that we have on the planet Earth that nobody's utilizing. Nobody's abiding by it. So what do you think is going to happen? The Lord, the creator of all things, is going to come back and put it all in order. By way of a majority of you people going to get hit with the missiles, man. So everything is coming, and we can't fucking wait, man. Every time we turn around, we got to see some bull crap every day, man. And sometimes we try to turn a blind eye to it, but it get to a point, man. You just like, goddamn. Yeah. The new stupid ass challenge. Every time you turn around, somebody doing a dumbass challenge. Nigga getting shot. Somebody doing this, somebody doing that. Taking, it's just getting to a point where this wickedness is overwhelming, man. So the Lord is gonna correct all this stuff, man. It's play it out, man. Just play it out, man. I got that 2 Peter 2. You want me to start at
I believe 6.
Okay, come on. 2 Peter 2 and 6. It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow.
It's like start at one verse.
Okay, come on. This is 2 Peter 2 and 5. It says, and I'm starting for. It says, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be preserved unto judgment, and spared not the whole world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
So and that's not talking about fallen angels being trapped in lizard people. All right, that's us, the sons of God, which is the Adamites and his children. All right, what happened? They sinned. Well, Adam went off, and we got put in these chains, man. Death entered into the world. All right, and then it said what? The Lord didn't spare the old world, because by the time Noah came, what did the Lord do? He flooded the earth, man. He only saved 8 people, man. It's the same power that we're dealing with today. I like to say the Old Testament God, the New Testament God, he never changed. And it's making it clear in the New Testament, this is the same power that will destroy you. And that's what's coming to this place, man. Great death and destruction is coming to this place, just as it happened in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep. All right, continuing on. This is verse 5. It says, and spared not the whole world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly.
Right. So though anybody that's following after this, the ungodly way of Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, going after the flesh, uncontrolling it, and you're going to get that same judgment. Fire.
Yep. Verse 7, it says, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds.
And that through the Spirit, we're like just Lot, man. That's why we even had to do a video like this, man. This is pressing on my spirit, to do this, man, to rebuke that spirit, man.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Ephesians the 5th chapter.
Mm-hmm.
It says the children of light, whatever is light, make it manifest. So it's our job, man. It says it's a shame to speak on those things they do, but it's our job to speak on it, man, because that shit is ridiculous. Nobody else is speaking up against it.
Yep.
They promoting this, man.
Even these so-called tough rappers is like, well, we don't have problems with the LGBT community and this and that. Well, you're supposed to be this street tough cat, but then you promote homosexuality.
Right.
So
Young Thug in your video with a dress on.
Yeah. So who? That's why the Lord said He raised up prophets, you know, in these latter times. Because we said, man. Matter of fact, man, let me get this one quick precept, bro. You know, because this is what the Lord anointed our spirits to do, man. Not come out here and play goddamn patty cake, man. Okay, that's not why we here. You know, and appease your feelings. Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "See, I have set this day thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build up and to plant." So we're here to break down and destroy as well, man. And what are we here to break down and destroy? All of the lies and the deception that's been planted in the minds of the people, man.
That's right.
You know, this is just madness, man. It's a shame, you know, that you have to break down scientifically why it's not right to be a homosexual. It's morally incorrupt. Okay, it's scientifically incorrupt, and it's health. You know why it's incorrupt, man.
That's right.
You know, and it's a shame. You know, they people put their lust over common sense, man. Okay, that's why you got to have your lust in subjection to the spirit, man, because they war against one another, man. So when you have your lust in subjection, you give room for the spirit to thrive, man. And you can see these things, man. But Jake is just so polluted. It's so fucking polluted, man. You know?
Oh, I appreciate it. This the back up that Jeremiah 1 and 10. And this our whole job, man. And this is Isaiah 58 and 1. It say, "Cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins." And that's what we do. We telling you people that these things is not of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
That's it. Get right. Repent.
Mm-hmm.
Return to the Lord, man. Because the ways that you're doing is going to lead to death. Say sin is the wages of death, man.
That's right.
And the more and more you sin, the more and more you're going to subject to get destroyed, man. Here the Lord give you an opportunity through his prophets to warn you, to show you the way to eternal life, and you still choose death. So, hey, good riddance for you people, man, if you don't want to return.
Right.
Hey, this is Isaiah 13 and verse 17. "Behold, I will stir up the means against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children." You know, like the old saying, bullets ain't got no name on them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the same thing for these nukes. That's the modern day bow. All right, so they ain't gonna spare your children, the womb, none of that,
Mm-hmm.
right? And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. All right, so this place.
Yep. No, and this place is they, like the scripture say in Revelation, it say her smoke is gonna go up forever. Yeah, because the Lord is going to liken the judgment of America to Sodom and Gomorrah. And Sodom and Gomorrah, it got hit so hard, scientists and archaeologists really don't even know where the hell it was at.
They checked the sulfur over there, the supposed area it was in. They checked the sulfur and it burned purple. The hottest flame you normally see is blue. But that shit was so hot that it burned purple.
Damn. You see that? So that's judgment, man.
Yep. It's a desert to this day. Mm-hmm. Sulfur and sand.
Yep. Unto this day. And no life is springing up over there, man, because the Lord cleared that place out. And he's going to do the same to America. That's why I say that the other nations shall hiss. You know, they shall hiss at her. Mm-hmm. You know, because that judgment is going to be so great, man. It's going the earth is going to reel to and fro.
Like a drunkard.
Like a drunkard, man. And this is gonna be the worst judgment that the Lord ever brought in history.
Oh yeah. Hey, Psalm described it. You know, when you a normal explosion, you die instantly. But the Lord this is the judgment day. So the Lord is going to do something special. And Psalms described it as a snail when you put the salt on it. And what happens when you put salt on a slug or a snail? Their moisture is drawn out their body very slowly. You're going to feel yourself dehydrated. You're going to feel your water molecules leave your body. You're going to melt like a snail. And that's in Psalms, I believe, the 58th chapter. It says you're going to melt like a snail. All right, you're going to be running. Things another one says you're going to run like a continual running of a faucet. So you're going to melt away like when you turn the water on, just go down, right? You're going to just melt away. And you're going to feel yourself melting. It ain't going to be instant because the Lord is the king of terrors. All right, he's the father of all. He's the father of spirits. He's the master of time perception.
Yep.
You're going to feel that shit.
I got you, bro. Mm-hmm. This is Ezekiel 22:20. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
Melt. Toast, man.
Yep, like a goddamn a piece of cheese that melt.
Yeah.
That the integrity of that cheese will never go back to the same.
Yeah.
You know, everything is melted down, is dripping, is running. You know, that's what's going to happen. You know, like the scriptures tell you in Zechariah. It said,
bro, I just went to as a spirit.
Hey,
as a spirit, man, I'll read it for you. Break it up. Hey, this is Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Yep, consume away. You know, it's gonna your flesh is gonna come off of you. You're gonna see it. Because the Lord is gonna leave that spirit in you to. It ain't just gonna be like a gunshot to the head. The Lord's the Father of spirits. He's gonna leave your spirit in that fire so you can feel every inch of that fire, man. You know,
weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Yep.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna feel that, man. You're gonna melt away while it's set on your feet. With explosion, you explode, you everywhere. So the Lord's gonna slow time down for you and your perception.
Yep.
You're gonna feel all of that, man, before you get scattered in the wind.
Yeah, before you get dispersed into the chaff, man.
Right.
You know, hey, this thing is real, and then you go back to the spirit world, get your judgment, and come back. You know, so the Yahweh Shema Shah he's about to magnify his name at the expense of a lot of you people's judgment, man.
Shit, say that they're gonna dwell in torments.
Yep, it's gonna fit. Hey, you know how people like to say that you burn in hellfire forever.
Right.
Well, the Lord is gonna make that judgment, because it's not gonna be forever, but the Lord is gonna make that judgment feel like a long time, man. You know, because hey, bro, we crying out. The spirit of the Lord is crying out, man. But what the scriptures say, man? They misuse the prophets. You killed brothers back in the day. Want to kill brothers now. So the Lord is going to show you why you should have took heed to the voice of the Lord, man. You know, it's about to get nasty, man.
I got two for you.
Returning
to the fire. This Psalms 58, verse 7.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
A regular arrow that's being shot by an archer is not going to melt you. It's going to pierce you. So what is capable of melting you in these times today? A missile, man.
Right.
And that's how we know that the missiles are biblical. You had this one guy used to be a part of our camp, and he said that the missiles ain't biblical.
Then it wouldn't exist.
You know, said that the missiles aren't biblical. You know, that's the same guy said that Leviathan is lava. He's a bug out.
That's for verse 8. As a snail which melteth, let every one of them pass away, like the untimely birth of a woman, that they might see the sun, may not see the sun. And that's what it is. Hey, these people are going to pass away, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a miscarriage, man. And we can't wait till this fire and this hell bring upon the people so you can finally get your judgment, man.
Yeah.
Just like Malachi. This Malachi, the 4th chapter, verse 1, it says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven," and this day is approaching. Hey, we can't wait. The Lord said He's coming with them chariots, the fire of the chariots, and He's gonna rebuke all you people, man. And that I believe that word built go to plead, going to all flesh, because He's gonna plead these people with all flesh in Isaiah the 66th chapter.
Right. That's the Hebrew shabbat, which means judgment.
Yeah.
Right. He said, "Will judge all flesh."
Mm-hmm.
They say, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day coming shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root or branch, man. It's nothing going to be left out here in this place, man. When the Lord destroyed this place.
He said the ravens won't even pitch tent over here. Hey, them arrows be everywhere. They don't give a fuck. they toss the little garments on, wrap them camels. Yep. They been in the damn desert. This shit finna be so hot and fucked up. They ain't never finna come over here, man.
Damn.
Never. That's it.
I got one. This is Habakkuk 1:4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. You see, so we live in a society where if you have two women, you looked at as one of the worst people to ever walk the face of the earth. But yet and still, you can go have an orgy with 10 men.
Right?
How backwards is that? So you mean tell me I have a family with two women that would happily want to be with me and raise a family and support each other and help each other? That's wrong. But then I could go, somebody could go be a homosexual and have a homosexual orgy, and that's lawful. The judgment is slack.
Yeah, that shit wicked.
That shit is backwards as hell when you think about it, bro. You can't whoop your kids, right? But you could put a microchip in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You can't pop your kids on the ass. But right now, if you want to go take your kids and get microchip, you can get a microchip.
Hey, your child can get his rod turned into a fucking vagina. They can take the hormone pills to become testosterone for a woman, or estrogen given to a little boy so he can become a fucking woman, man. So that shit crazy, man. That shit
is backwards, man. You can they even coming up with laws now where if certain so-called conspiracy theorists or truthers, they're gonna have counseling sessions for their children.
Yeah.
You see that?
So that's new to me.
Yeah,
that's damn.
It's like damn. So you could you could get your child a sexual change, but they can't watch truth videos.
That's crazy.
The law is slack. That's why the wrong judgment go for. It's so backwards. It's crazy, man. It's so back. You can line your head up, but a beard is dangerous.
Oh yeah. Well, that's America, because the heavy thing you said that you had two women, you was married doing it lawful according to the Bible. That's a problem in society.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had two women and y'all was having a threesome and they was licking on each other and all that, then it's cool.
It's cool then.
Now you the man. But having it doing it in order is a problem. But doing it like that, then it's cool.
Man, that shit bugged out, man. That's why we need to be delivered from this, man.
Yeah.
And this Psalms 82, verse 5. They say they know not, neither would they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundation of earth is out of course.
Yeah, hey, everything is out of course, man. You got man-made beaches, man-made rivers, you got chemtrails in the sky. The information is hella distorted. You think that everybody from the dark ages was white people. You think the Egyptians, all the foundations of the earth are out of course. Morality is like the brother was saying, there's zero morality out here, man. And like I said, the word leaven, when you go into the word for leaven, it says moral corruption. To be morally corrupt. So America is puffed up. It's puffed up. It's been made fat. So that the Lord can drop that nuke on it, man. And what happens when you put fire on fat? You know what I'm saying?
It melts quick too.
Yeah. Yep. This place is puffed up, man. It's been made. That's why I think the scriptures say, "Make fat the wine press." I can't think exactly what it said, but it says the wine press is being made fat.
I think it's like Isaiah 63.
Mm-hmm. That's that leaven, that moral corruption. Okay, because it was the same thing that happened in Rome. What happened in Rome right before Rome was taken down? It was morally corrupt. You had people doing all kind of stuff, man. They was doing all kind of shit in Rome, man, right before it fell, man. So this place is morally corrupt. And due to that moral corruption, you know, it's being made fat for that judgment. Because that's leaven. It's leavened up. Like the scripture say in 2 Ezra 8 and 50, it say, woe unto them that are in the world at the latter time. For many great misery shall be done unto them in the latter time, because they walk in great pride. You know, and said, matter of fact, let me get it real quick while find the scripture. Real quick. This is 2 Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. It says, for many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So that all that pride out here is puffed up, it's leavened up, it's been made fat, you know, for the appearance of Yahweh Shai to bring them missiles, man. You know, so this place is pretty much at the pinnacle, you know, getting ready to get judged, man. We going into the climax of this thing, man. You know, and a lot of the deeds of the wicked is getting ready to be brought into judgment, as so the righteous. Okay, because there's a reward. The Lord is a perfect balance. There's a reward for the righteous, as it is a reward for the wicked. You know. You see, where was that? I can't remember exactly how it was worded.
Yeah. So well, this is one. This is good. This is Joel 3 and 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh judgment. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full.
Yep.
The fast overflow, for their wickedness is great. Yeah. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shine. The Lord.
If I may add, the cup of judgment is going to overflow as King David's cup runneth over, man. The righteousness, the cup of the wicked. That's why he said, rejoice and be glad, O Edom, for the cup shall pass through unto thee. And it tells you in Revelation of reward her double. So we had to take a shot, but you got to take a double shot of a cup that's overflowing. You know what I'm saying? So it's being made fat. You know, that wine is being made fat. It's being made hefty, man.
Big gulps too. I think it said swallow it down wide and deep.
Yep.
You gotta take big gulps of that cup, man.
Yep. That's why it's the scripture say it's going to be a sacrifice in Basel.
Yep.
That's because the Lord is preparing all of you demons to be destroyed, man.
The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. So, hey, the Lord's going to bring that destruction, man. That, like I said, that wine press will be overflowing, man. And also, man, the wine press are you people. The Lord's going to stump you out. Ooh. All right? The Lord's looking at y'all like some fat grapes, good juice.
Yep.
Needed to be squished so we can have some good wine, man. It's a feast day for us, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Damn, that's bad, bro. And like the scripture say that who is he that cometh
with dyed garments
that treadeth
the wine press alone.
Yeah. That's like you said, that's the people.
Hey, the Lord gonna stump you out, man.
Woo. Hey, man.
You had something else, Monopoly? Hey, so with that, a Bible ball.
Man.
All praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Dope, honestly, apostle, that was a great millstone. And South to the breast, this thing is sincere, the truth, down with charity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.